Right, we should be live. Good evening, everybody who's come to watch us on the live from the workbench. In today, you've got me, Moz. You've got Hamish Heinkels. You've got Solid Scale Models, and you have Jimmy from LPJ Models. Good evening,
Good.
gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah. What's that on the bench you've got at the moment, Solly? That looks pretty impressive.
it's that who was it? Trumpeter's 30-second Avenger.
Wow.
I'm just getting down to the chipping now. I've done all my washes. Finally got that sorted after a major mistake on it
Yeah.
with that glue bleed after the engine come apart. It's for
Yeah.
some reason. Oh, it's short. I was so frustrated. Everything else I could put up with, but that just I've had to. I think I've had to repair some paint jobs about 4 or 5 times on this already. Bar that. But I seem to get this really. I've got this real shine on the nose section for some reason. I don't know why. I've got over it the same as everything else, but for some reason, it just wants to stay shiny. So
Yeah.
I might give it another go.
You might give it another go.
I'll give it another go. Once I've done some of the chipping, I might try and tone it down with some of that wash as well, because I think it might be just a bit maybe too bright. But I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with it yet. I usually
Yeah.
go quite heavy, but I'm thinking I might go a bit light on this one.
Fair enough. Have you enjoyed it though?
Maybe. It's to be fair, it's actually been a really good build. It's been it's been on and off a little bit because I've done the interior ready for the Blue Lamp model show in Brum last October, and I wanted to get it done for that, but I managed to get the internals done, and basically I'd shoved that into one half and displayed it as half open
Yeah.
for that. So I got it because I really wanted to go, and the bloke that sold it to me, Dave, he gave me a dirty cheap on it. I thought I've got to take it because I was sat next to him on display, so I wanted to show it to him as well because we sent him some photos. And then I had these 4 commissions come in, which
Yeah.
has taken me up until about about 2 or 3 weeks ago to actually finish them off. And I was going to say send them off, but that's just because the missus got the lung allergy. I wasn't able to take them up, and because he lives in a nursing home, it wasn't right to risk it.
Yeah.
And that. So finally
Yeah.
back on it. It's only took me about a couple of 3 weeks to get to this now. So and all the markings are all masked. They're all mask markings, aftermarket ones.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm chuffed with it. It's been really good. I do struggle a little bit with 30-second stuff because I seem to just make a mess of stuff.
Well, I always find with 30 seconds, it's never it's an all-in project, isn't it? It's not a case of 172 you can get done within 3 or 4 days, like
Oh yeah.
148 maybe a couple of weeks, but a 32 and then you're 24, you could be talking months, 2 months, couldn't you? There's a lot of
You
detail
can,
going on.
yeah.
there
Yeah.
is.
I mean, it's a bit well
Yeah.
because every time I come out for a smoke, I have a tinker for about 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
Even though I'm supposed to be gone for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Just
I
in the
do
chat,
actually spend a lot of
just
time.
yeah. Just in the
Sorry.
chat, we've got Anfield Road Layout. Nice to see you, my friend. We've got
Hello.
Scaly Models. He's popped in. My friend in America, Island RC Duke. Nice to see you. Celtic West, they're in. Higher, and William Thomas has said hello as well. In fairness, William's written. In fairness, some of my 72 stuff does take a couple of months. That's if I'm doing riveting, etc. Yeah.
Oh, I do riveting.
Dorian. Oh, riveting's
No,
fun, isn't it?
I did it once. and I'm not sure if I want to do it again.
I thought about it, but I didn't get into the actual doing of it. No thanks.
I riveting. Do you know what? Right, I find riveting a really interesting debate because a lot of people are saying Airfix and Revel don't really push the detail on their planes to the minuteness of getting the rivets right. And do you know what? I kind of feel that if you really want rivets on your plane, no matter what those people do, because I've seen it with the Tamiya guys, they will remove the rivets and start again. So and also they've
That's
got
just
to make money,
bonkers.
to actually
Yeah.
carry on doing it. Whether rivets are that important, it's like with panel lines. People insist on these huge big panel lines so they can be seen once it's sprayed, but really, panel lines are very, from a distance you don't see a panel line on a plane, do you?
No.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
to be fair, I think I saw this somewhere. If I remember rightly, I think for like 48, because I always do 48. For that to be accurate, you wouldn't really see the rivets anyway,
No.
because if you want it scaled properly, you wouldn't see them. Allegedly, I mean, I do not understand scaling in the
Well,
slightest, but
Well, you've got to imagine a lentil is the actual size of a rivet. Now, put that rivet on the floor and step 6 foot away, and just tell me how clearly can you see that lentil? Even though or get a lentil that's orange, paint it black, put it on the floor against a grey background, walk away 6 feet, and just tell me whether you can see it or not.
yeah,
But then a smooth surface, it isn't very interesting to look at.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got that point of it as well.
yeah, it's a bit of a fine line, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very fine line.
It's quite. I did because when I was doing those commissions, I got asked by a guy at work to do one, and one was my favourite. They're both my favourite, both Spitfires. Mark one from Edard, and the one out of the dogfight duos from Airfix. And I did both of them pretty much. Colours were different, but everything was done exactly the same.
Yeah.
And weirdly, after I finished it, the Airfix one I actually thought looked better, considering there was, because obviously the Edard one had got all the riveting detail and everything down it. It was absolutely stunning, but I actually felt like at the end, the Airfix one actually looked better.
Yeah.
And considering, as you know, my feelings on Airfix and Spitfires,
You got good cop. We got a good cop, bad cop when it comes to it. Because
well, yeah,
I like FX. I think you pay for what you get, and I know people say, "Oh, Tamiya this and that," but they've got one hand tied behind their back. Where Tamiya have got, FX have got one hand tied behind their back, where they have to use a third party to create their tooling, whereas Tamiya have in-house tool makers. Do you know what I mean? Where they can go back and say, "I want an 1/8 of an inch taken off that panel there because it needs to look weathered." Like, you know what I mean? It's But just look at the comments here. Vasil, bless him, he's just said this. You cannot see rivets on a clean plane, but a dirty one, they stand out. Yeah, you're telling me,
Yeah.
And William's written, haha, looks good with the wash though. And if you wanted to go the extra mile, you could also add stressed skin. Yeah.
Sure.
Stressed skin.
I saw Blood doing that on Lang on a 40. I think it was I think it was a 32nd. Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember the scale was, but it was mental.
I
was like, no.
I saw who was it? The 1/24 scale Hellcat. He stressed the skin on that, and it did look the beast. Actually, it did look pretty good. To be fair, I was quite impressed.
Might have been that one actually.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I saw somebody do it a couple. I think it was last year, and it was amazing. But I was like, as much as I've got a lot of patience, I don't think I've got it for that.
I think you can get too much into it, can't you? Really, and me, I'm going to be honest with you. It's like, I'm quite a lazy modeler. I don't spend that much time on a cockpit. I just want to get the thing built. I just want to get it sprayed up and then move on to the next one. I think weathering is very overrated on a lot of planes. I've seen some horrific weathering, and also when I see a plane weathered so badly, or a lot of, that underneath that weathering is a ton of mistakes.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah,
I use my weathering to mask up my cock-ups.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be honest with you, I do a lot of the time. I do, because on this side, I think it's on the other side, but that panel line there, there's a yellow bleeding that, and I've actually managed to cover it up with that wash.
Where to? Sorry, just on the.
It's on the other side, but it's there.
Yeah.
It bleeds out in that because that's the only line that's in it, and it bled out there. And I've managed to hide it with the wash.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know,
I won't
I know
weather.
what you mean.
I won't weather anything unless I've got a reference picture for it. I mean, I will.
True.
I will go nuts. I'll go nuts if it's in a picture. But if I can't find it, I'll use I suppose logic to try and work out what sort of weathering I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it is kind of common sense.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. I mean, I might be a bit of a, pretentious saying that, but I mean, a lot of it I find is quite, I mean, like for the example of this one, these walkways, the other side's going to be more heavier than this because the crew most usually get up on the other side, on the the port side, so that gets the most wear, as well. On this side, we'll get a little bit because it usually, like crew and stuff help them into the bit, so
yeah, it makes sense. And using pictures to see exactly how things built up and got filthy.
Yeah. Like
naval birds are more likely to be a bit more grimy than land-based ones and stuff like that.
I spend hours before I get a model or start working on a model, just trawling through the internet, try and find. The worst thing I find is trying to find proper photos rather than other models. I mean, like when I was putting for this one, I got loads of models, and I was like, I don't want the model, I want the real thing.
I want a picture of it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, they're usually black and white, but you can still see it. So I mean, you can still pick it up where, where the lines are. You might have to do a little bit of guesswork from it. In general, you should be able to work it out from the photo.
What are you working on then, Hamish?
I'm currently working on Airfix's Chipmunk in 148. Yeah, I got the props here.
So far? Has it just started, have you?
Oh yeah, literally. I finished the course there, so it means I've got a space on my. Well, I don't, but it means I can start something else.
Yeah, are those the Plato rivet cut sprue cutters there? The handled, the Plato.
That one. I've got no idea, man.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah, I got a pair of them somewhere.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. There's my set there. I'll just put it back.
Yeah.
There you go. There's mine.
They're good pair of sprue cutters.
I did a video on these on the ones I've got. It's like I think the most expensive ones I've ever bought are these Citadel ones. Now they are twin edged, right? But these are the most uncomfortablest, hardest ones to use because I've got big hands anyway, big hands, big feet. But to pick these up, they're slippery. To pick them up, you've got to really outstretch your hand to get it into the position for it to cut. It's an absolute nightmare. Whereas, you pick up these ones and they're already in position. You pick them up, you got a grip, twist, bang. But with these, they're slippery as anything. They slip in your hands. And they're
huge.
Well. They are. They need to be there. Now, a workaround was all I did was put elastic band around here to keep them in that position there, so you pick them up. But elastic bands break, don't they? So, but yeah, it's they're crap. I say the ones I use now are my Tamiya ones, which are here. I do like my little Tamiya ones. These are pretty good. I do like them.
I don't know what mine are. I don't think I got anything on them.
You ever heard of Dave Coley's Emporium?
No.
Dave Coley. Look him online. He's a model kit guy. He does a range called ProTech, and he's got a Tamiya copy for like £8, and they're just as good. These are the Tamiya copy ones. You can, they're not as refined as the Tamiya ones, but they work just as well. They just a little bit of oil on them because they have got a little bit rusty. Because I don't use them that much using the Tamiya. But if you want a cheap version, Dave Coley does a really good make as well. Just in the chat, Modern Minutes has popped in. just popping by before he goes to bed. So he's got his Horlicks ready. He's in his he's in his dressing gown with his pipe and cup of Horlicks. Don't feel very well. Won't be on tonight. Bless him. I've got a guy called John Ashley Smith. He's popped in. Nice to see you, my friend. Ollie 50/50. The Chippy is a great kit. That's yours, isn't it? Vasso asked me what make is the Bearcat. Now, to be fair, I've been looking for a 1:72 scale, and do you know what? Nobody makes them. Nobody well, they do, but nothing lately on scale mates. You can look for a Bearcat, and there's nothing comes up for a Bearcat on scale mates. Because I went looking, so I want a 1:72. So I have asked their Bex when I was up there to build one, because I think they will they'll do well, because no one else is doing them at the minute. If you ever, because I think the Bearcat was the creme de la creme, wasn't it? If I remember rightly.
I think it. Yeah, I don't like them, but yeah, yeah, I think they were too.
I saw one at Duxford.
Yeah. I think it's based there in testing.
It's in the back being built up at the minute, but I'll tell a lie. There is one. There's it's not 148. No, 172 is what I'm after. 140. They do 148, but in what scale? We want it in 172. Got a notification from Audi. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's right. You can go. Art Models do a version, but in all fairness, Monogram, the latest Monogram one was 2010. Hobby Boss brought out. If I change screen here, can I do that? Where can I share? Share screen. That's the one I want. I should be sharing screen now. Hobby Boss did what they call one of those easy kits. So they kit build basically. They did that one, easy assemble one. But actually, no one's really done one. High Play Models did one back in 2012. But I wouldn't rate that's 1:48, not 140. Stuff at 172. That's in the wrong place. Revel, that's 172. But that's just what boxing is that then? That is a Monogram boxing for 1967. So no one really does a 172. But I found this one online just for the crack, So I thought I'd buy it, and it was only like a couple of quid, I wasn't a lot of money. And so I thought I'll have a go at building it. FAB Console Gaming, hi, nice to see you. Little minutes, but not Horlicks. Chamomile tea tonight, gentlemen.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's fluffy socks on. Hi, Hilda DC, nice to see you. So I'm going to put that up on the screen so we can all see that. So anyone who wants to screenshot that, they can. He's got his fluffy socks on. Big old bombs on that fighter. Yes, there is. Florian said hi. Orbital Air. Tamiya sprue cutters are great. I have a set. Yeah, they are very good.
Anyone know what the
and Liam
interior? Anyone know the interior color of the chipmunk was? Because I don't think it's black like the instructions are saying. That doesn't quite seem right to me.
No, it's silver, isn't it? It
just depends. It does depend, actually. I don't know what, but there are different versions. Because I think, if I remember rightly, I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to see it in my head, mate. I can't. But I think the tub section is actually interior green, but everything else, so like the like the sort of dividing parts and that, I think they're black or silver. But again, I think it depends, because I've seen the BBMFs, which I think actually is all of it is black, apart from the tub, which I think.
Yeah, I think I'm looking for the Royal Navy one.
Could be silver.
I'll have a look, see what. No, it's black.
Yeah, it's just fair enough. So I think
Didn't
the
see
one
that
we've got
one.
at work is I think it's actually all silver actually.
I'm looking for the raw navy version. That's kind of the
Yeah,
goal
well, they're all going to be different, aren't
Navy
yeah,
blue.
the navy's
Yeah.
navy's awesome.
It is
they?
black, is it?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's black according to the mighty god they call Google.
Yeah.
But we've
Can I
got
be
a
asked
navy
to thin
guy
it?
at work.
Interior green. Somebody's put in the chat. Here you go. Jason Morkin. I'm looking for a new model kit to get. Should I buy an F4F or a Huey with photo etch parts? Oh,
Neither. Get a tank.
yeah, get a tank.
Yeah, get a shirt.
Get their fixes like new Tiger starter set thing. I found that one to be quite good. There's lots of like if you are looking for a tank, that's got different options for the ways you do the tracks and stuff.
Which F4 F8F is it?
The
Manufacturer, sorry.
F4F4 is
It's the manufacturer then, sorry.
The Airfix one. Isn't that a cock to build because you've got to build the undercarriage right at the beginning?
Yeah, I've
Am I
got one
right?
here.
Yeah.
I'll show you. I've got a photo on him here.
Let me just switch over.
If you look at the undercarriage here,
yeah,
like you've got to assemble it before like putting the wings and stuff on.
yeah.
So you've almost got. So you have to. I don't know if you can see where I've messed up a little bit, but you've had to paint it like here. You've had to paint it with the landing gear assembly attached, and it's
right.
Yeah. So it
when
makes
you
it really
want to spray
difficult.
up, it'll be a night. So there's no way of actually fitting that. So say you build the fuselage and everything, thinking I'm going to have it ready for flight, and then decide, I'm actually going to have the undercarriage down. You can't do it because you've already got it all put together ready. Then basically, is it?
Yeah, you've basically if you're putting the undercarriage down, it has to be built before you build the rest of the aircraft.
That's a bastard, isn't it?
I mean,
is it the Grumman Martlet? It's the same, isn't it? It's the same kit, but just with UK markings in it. Yeah.
I mean, I struggle with that. That because I think I ripped the fuselage apart two or three times because I didn't read the instructions properly.
Yeah.
I think I put a video about it. Not uploaded.
I actually, do you know what I did that the same with my Bearcat. I put the wrong cowlings on.
Mm.
And I glued them well on. That's a prize them off.
It's easily done, though.
Yeah, I do it quite regular, but then again, I get overexcited.
Yeah.
And I was like,
just got to read the effing manual.
John Ashley Smith said, I tried the salt weathering technique for the first time this week on a Gundam artifact kit. Turning out better than I expected. You gotta love it when these things work out as planned.
Yeah. True.
I tried some for the first time not so long ago, actually.
Any good?
Yeah, I did the chipping on my course there.
Yeah. Anthony writes,
really happy with the way it turned out.
Anthony writes, I'm all for Airfix tooling and F8F. They should do a P39 Arrow Cobra in 172 as well. There's
that'd be interesting.
Out there.
We need an up-to-date 48 for that as well. The other one's a bit crap. Excuse my French.
No, I don't believe you.
It is. It doesn't fit very well.
That's the first time I've ever heard you put Edward and crap in the same sentence.
No, if a kit isn't very good, I'll say something about it.
Yeah, I know, mate.
You know, if it's a good kit.
Mm.
All good, you know.
Yeah, I did Edward's Fokker Wolf, and compared to what I've done, it wasn't. I mean, it was good, but the fuselage too harsh fitting. There was a bit of a like a dip in it.
Sully, was this the one with the full engine, or was it just a face? Was it just a faceplate on the engine?
Faceplate.
The faceplate. Oh, so it's one of the newer ones as well.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
That's the one. Do you remember when I showed you the screw up with the canopy petals?
Yeah.
That one. It was a new one because it got the new You've got the new decals.
Because it doesn't have the
new
cutaway for the guns on the wing root, does it? The old one had all these interior things that didn't fit at all.
No, it was really basic. It was like literally stick the barrels in. It was a right kit, but I was disappointed with it because I really look forward to doing that one.
Yeah.
And the fact again that was one of the commission ones as well, which made it worth, you know.
You know what we do need though? We need some more early war US stuff. Like as in like the P26s and the F3F sort of stuff. Because I was looking for some of those for a group build on Modern and Weekly server. I couldn't find any of them.
Yeah,
There's like some really old kits.
I don't think I haven't seen it for quite a while.
What are you doing there, Jimmy? What's that? A tank in the back? Is this your airbrush practice? Is it back of a Chinese takeaway top?
Yeah, I've got to film my progress on the other thing, so I'm just arsing around with some paint.
Oh, fair play to you, fair play.
That's a pretty good drawing. That is.
What scale is that Chinese takeaway top? Is that like 148 or?
It's 1 to 116.5.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Same Star Wars glider thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. William just wrote this. I think it's quite funny actually. If any of you want a kit that just drains your motivation, the Airfix Rebel Helia 172 scale Concorde is the right kit.
I can well believe that.
Yeah.
I think our tooling's been way done. Liam's written a good question. Have you guys ever done a Warship kit? I'm planning on maybe buying one at some point because boats are cool.
I have. Mine's in pieces. I can get it, but it's broken.
I have one.
Because that's how good it was.
I'll show you.
The closest I think I've seen you do a Warship, Jimmy, is that submarine, which was basically two halves stuck together, and then you painted it.
I have a Warship. I've got FX's Type 45. Hang on.
Have you? What are you going to do, Defender?
Dragon. It's got a big dragon on the front. It's just there.
Fair play.
Yeah.
What was the one in the new one? Airfix brought out in the new catalogue.
Yeah. They brought out
HMS Fearless, and I think it's HMS Intrepid.
Yeah, I think it's Fearless. I did Fearless. Years ago,
I think I ordered HMS Fearless because my granddad served on it, so back in his day. So I thought, you know what, that'd be pretty cool. So I ordered that one. And I heard it's
bringing out the Devonshire and the Fearless.
I think it was a Fearless. I think I did that. It must have been about 12, 13, I think, when I did that.
That's got a hell of a helipad on the back of it, hasn't it? That Fearless.
Yeah, it was like a transport. So I think it had like a landing craft inside it as well.
Did it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that bottom. Well, it might not be the Fearless, but it was very similar to it, and it got the landing craft in it. I never painted it. I was quite chuffed with it because.
Yeah,
it did. It does say it comes with a landing craft.
Small parts, a lot small, all the railings and stuff. It wasn't bad then, to be fair, actually.
No. I've got this HMS Harvester that it fell off the side, so its conning tower and everything is broken, and it was absolutely gutting.
Didn't you do that for a group build as well?
Yes, I think I did. Is it on the Model Minute server, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There's like your home country on it or something.
Yeah, but all the rigging's now absolutely pooped on the poop deck. But I was so pleased with this one. If anyone's interested, I do have a build video.
Yeah.
I also like submarines, and this one's a little bit big for the bench. And it's dusty as heck.
To be honest,
that is nice. That one. Which company was that one?
This one's Das Werk.
Das Werk. That's right.
Das Werk.
Das Werk.
Very German name.
But does it work?
That's the best name for a model company ever. Das Werk.
It is.
It literally just translates to the factory as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Das Werk.
Yeah.
But no,
I
it's dusty, but it doesn't work. There's nowhere to store. There's nowhere to store it at all. So it's just on my bookcase, and it's filth. Ugh.
Most of my models are kept on the shelf, to be honest.
Yeah.
I keep my best in those under the bed boxes with lids.
Mm.
That's if they're not on eBay.
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
of all the best ones in the cabinet behind me.
Oh, the
Yeah,
luxury to have a cabinet.
Videos. Yeah. I nicked them. Well, I say nicked them from work. They were chucking them out. I was like, these are brilliant. You know, so I'll have them.
Yes,
I had
please.
4. Yeah, I think 4 or 5, I think.
Mm.
Because we hope to move this year, so I thought I'll get them. You know, because that'd be good for me to move. And get myself set up properly from where I am
fair
now.
enough.
I mean,
I
most of my best models are on the shelf right in front of my face. And it happens
So
to be
you
all
want
World
some-
War II fighter planes.
Picking up on Orbital's got a comment. I have the FX 172 Spitfire Mark 1A on the bench. First coat of interior paint done, and he's trying Mission Models paint on this since his favourite Model Master is discontinued. I got a few tips with Mission Models paint. I've got loads of it.
Go on then.
I'm
Don't
trying to
use
move
it.
my camera to see it, but it's plugged in at the same time, so it's just
Oh.
falling to bits.
Yeah.
All up there. Don't
Oh.
over thin it. Do not over thin it. Spray it fairly thick, and almost blast it out. I'll put some through the airbrush actually, because it's a funny one.
Mm. Do you like Mission Model paint then, do you?
I used to until I found MRP. I was a
I was
bit.
going to say sorry, go on. Sorry.
No, go on.
Sorry. No, I was going to say ever since I started watching you literally up until probably I don't know a year ago maybe, all of you ever said you know Mission Models.
Yeah, I've got loads still to use, and for a water-based acrylic, they're pretty good.
So
But I'm moving away from water-based acrylics.
You going back to lacquers, are you?
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I tend to just go with the Hataka stuff. That's.
I
mean,
love
I've got
my attacker. Love my
Hataka Orange Line's really good. I
Yeah.
didn't get on with the blue or the red. I don't know. You know, you can't get on with every paint, and I just couldn't get on with those.
See,
I'm on the
I've
red
got-
at the moment because I didn't invest in the lacquer ones on attacker. I just got the red one.
Yeah,
Because I've got the whole range of LPs from Tamiya just under my ass
Yeah.
on the shelf, like, you know. So
I've got the blue line Hataka ones, and I've painted 2 aircraft with them so far, and they've still not run out. I also painted a baseboard, which I've still yet to finish, just because I can't be bothered. But yeah, it turned out really good for my Corsair and my Wildcat, to be honest. The
Nice.
paints just for me ran
the
really
IKEA
smooth.
details.
well, the results were pretty good. So
Yeah.
So I got those the red and blue top ones, the Hataka ones for my Jag, and they were absolutely. I got on with them really well.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Oh, I love my blue
I
top
thought they were
Hataka
great.
paints. I think I've ordered about 30 quid's worth.
What have you got?
Yeah.
Which ones is that? The Hataka Blue Top?
Yeah.
I've got I've got both.
I
Well, a couple of
ordered
each.
about £30 worth of them for some of my late modern RAF stuff and my German stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I really need to get this Chaff and Heinkel finished. I started this
William Thomas is
about a year and a half ago.
William Thomas is a brush painter, and oh boy, do I use and love Tamiya paints. So he uses a hairy stick with Tamiya. Fair play to you, mate.
if you slap it on thick, you're all right. I find. I used to brush paint it when I was younger.
Is that the paint now you're putting on there? Is it?
Yep, straight out the bottle. I didn't even check my pressure ratio. I'm using a 0.15 needle and nozzle.
Not
And this is-
0.15.
This is straight out the bottle.
Just move your hand.
God,
out.
I did a really
Look at that.
terrible job on this Heinkel, I won't lie.
Can you do it so your hands are in the way so you can quickly see? There you go. That's better. Go on, try that.
I'm gonna get wrist cramps.
That's right.
I'll say- It's a good job we're not in America. Otherwise, I'll be sending you the medical bill. Excuse my Parkinson's spray, and I haven't got very steady hands. But this is straight out the bottle, no thinning, nothing, and I'll just check the pressure. I'm spraying at about 18.
You're gonna say 18, 20 psi. You normally say, innit?
Yeah, I
I
tend
have
to
to
go a
say,
bit harder.
Yeah.
That Heinkel that I got for that big project that I still haven't done, I've just picked it up after about 2 years. I just see I've done a really terrible job on it.
That's right.
I can't believe how bad that is.
Can't do your best all the time.
No.
I'll just
Yeah.
flush out some water.
It needs a lot of filler.
Don't need that much filler, surely.
Well, there's some massive gaps on the underside of it, like across the engines and the middle bit of it as well.
What kit is it?
The FX is fine, cool, but I think it's mostly my errors.
The new tool.
No,
Well, you know, a couple of years ago.
it's a H6, so it's quite an old one. Not too old, but
About
yeah,
4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's-
it's
yeah.
Oh.
I've just done some terrible workmanship on it.
I don't like to say, but mine went together with no problems.
Just rub salt in the wound.
To be honest,
I
had I been building this like a year or so ago, I would have been fine with all these caps. But now I'm just like, oh my god, these look shockingly bad.
It's one of those things. As you get better, you notice things that you want to improve more, and it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just realised. Sorry, go on, carry on.
No, it's all right.
No. I was just going to say was this bear cat I'm working on is by a company called Signum, Signum. Have you ever heard of them before?
No.
Oh, anyway, it's a boxing from Signum. Whether they've gone bust or not, I don't know, because it's in Polish, the thing. But the actual detail on it is actually phenomenal. You've got the raised panel lines on the... Oh, where is it? Here you go. Let me put it back on here a minute. You've got the raised panel lines on the actual wings itself, which is a real nice touch. And then on the fuselage, it's all recessed. And they got some lovely detail there on the undercarriage, on the bay there. Look at that.
Well, that's interesting that it's got raised and recessed. Is it like that on the real aircraft? Do you know?
Don't know. That's what I'm just going to ask, whether it was or not. Look at that. That's all raised. That's all raised there. And on the fuselage, it's all recessed. On the tail, bit of recess and a bit of raised.
Have any of you guys heard of that? Bit unrelated, but have you guys heard of that like military aviation history channel?
Yeah.
Is that on the telly?
No, it's on YouTube. It's
On
Okay.
YouTube, yeah.
yeah. So I was watching this video on Navy wings. That's really quite interesting because I've been to their hangar before, and they've got links in there now, and they've also acquired a Seafire as well, which was flying around not so long ago.
You don't see many Seafires, do you?
No, that's the one they've got is the only one of that variant still airworthy, and I think
nice.
it's still in existence.
Really?
And so that one's been flying around the area recently. I've seen it a few times. But they've got some really interesting aircraft over there.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't. To be honest, I don't watch a lot of history stuff unless it's really, really interesting to me.
Well, to be honest, it's not exactly just history. It's also like how you start the aircraft up and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that kind of stuff I find more interesting because it's like engaging with the history. It's almost like walking the battlefield. You're actually interacting with it and taking a much, much closer look.
Yeah, because what he does,
cool.
he's in the hangar with the aircraft. And he's sat in the cockpit. You see him folding the wings of the Sea Fury up.
A bit like a plain version of the Chieftain. Then he's having a proper getting in and dirty with it.
I think the series he did was called like Inside the Cockpit. Nice. Really interesting.
What was that mark of the Seafire they had?
Sorry, mate, what was that?
What was the mark of the Seafire they had? Can you remember?
It's on the website. I can't remember.
Yeah, because there's a couple about that. There's a company called Kennet Aviation. I think they've got one flying, and I think they've got a couple in restoration.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be a tank.
Let me open up Google real quick.
Now, with this comment, this Tamiya Acrylics setting off too quickly.
Yeah.
They're a funny paint because they're a resin-based paint with an alcohol carrier. It's like a percentage of alcohol and water, so they are quite hot. That's why you find them reactivating each other quite often when you're brushing over the top. And you'll paint that layer down, and then it'll pull it up again because it's reactivating. That's why brush painting it is pretty difficult. And also, if you notice that it gets quite stodgy if you're trying to brush a pilot's face, it'll clog up in the details and soften his face out a little bit.
Do you know what helps with that? Because I use Tamiya pretty much all the time. I've done away from everything.
You're Tamiya man, aren't you? Yeah.
But if you use their retarder, it lasts for ages for hand paint. It's actually really good. I think you need literally like one drop, maybe like a drop of thinners.
Yeah.
And it lasts for ages hand painting. Well, a while anyway. It's good enough because if you if you use it straight from the bottle, it just keeps pulling back.
Yeah.
But with the putting your retard, like a drop of retard and a drop of thinner in, it lasts ages. It's
one
good.
One of the things I used to do to try and get good coverage with it is a little bit of water, like thus. I don't know if it's going to do the same. It's probably changed since I used to use it in a brush. And
Sea Fury, Sea Fire. Sorry to interrupt. But it's the Mark
Sea Fury.
Sea Fire. Sorry, it's the XVII. I think that's 18 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17. It's Mark 17.
I think the one I saw was. What was the one I saw? I think it was it was a later version than that. I forgot. Top of my head.
Yeah, I think I've got it painted in a post-war skin.
Yeah.
Interesting aircraft though.
There's fire in it.
Sounds lovely.
Dot on this, I'll tell you. Wonder who got the tool in there. If Signum's gone bust, who's got the tool in for this? There's actually a really nice looking kit.
Looks could be deceiving. The proof will be in the pudding when you put it together.
They want to put it together, yeah. But that explains a lot of the trouble trying to brush paint with some Tamiya paint. LOL. Yeah.
I mean, this was brushed on with just a drop of water. I mean, Sully has it down. I mean, if you use their retarder, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But this was just a bit of water. I'm going to kick it over. I'm going to mute my mic and kick it over with a hairdryer a second.
Hang on a minute. Let me
see how it looks.
Let's just put you on and see. Go on then.
You ain't got enough hair for an hairdryer.
Oh, loads of hair. It's just behind me.
You'd be copying my hairstyle, man, I tell you.
I was here first.
Yeah, whatever.
Looking too bad, actually. That's gone together quite nice.
I need to open the stream back up on my computer.
All right. A bit of a rub down. Not looking too bad, that. Insignia white. And it's all gone quiet while we watch him blow dry.
But it's the second time today. It's the second time today. I've been watching paint dry.
Well, I can unmute it if you want, and then you've got the noise of the hairdryer.
That's fine. I'm just laughing.
What colour would you say is the best to do a wash for like a black or even just like a dry brushing?
What, to wash on a black surface?
Yeah.
Like a dirty tanny grey probably. Depends what use it's had. Is it collecting atmospheric dust? Is it collecting foot dust?
Well, this is the restored one that Navy Wings have got. It happens to be. I got sun yellow deposit from the AK stuff. That might not work though.
No.
Well, I'll work something out later. Eventually. If I can be bothered, that is,
Yeah. You'll be bothered.
standard. Probably just dry brush some silver over the top. Pick up some of the cavern lines.
Yeah, 2 coats.
2 coats, yeah.
2 coats.
Thin coats.
That'll be fine. But if you keep working it and you've got an itty bitty brush, like one of these, and you keep, you're putting it on the same spot and moving it around, it's going to pull it up. It'll be nasty.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it flowing, have a nice, decent, soft. This is a Cat's Tongue Series 41 Kalinsky Sable.
Yeah, say that again.
It's a Series 41 Cat's Tongue Kalinsky Sable.
Wow.
So it's a nice
Fancy
it's
brush.
about
Nice
15
kit,
quid.
is it? Where'd you get that from?
I used to get these from work. This is from a company called Pro Art, which is a British company actually. And I did a rundown of the best sables I could find. So I got Artis Opus, I got Series 7, I got Raphael, I got Rounded Diana's. I spent about 400 quid.
Really?
8404 Raphaels. I mean, half of them are dead now because you use them to death and they die. And the best bang for buck I found. I mean, people harp on about Series 7, and I used to deal with Winsor & Newton quite a lot, and we had several returns. That they just weren't up to the spec that they used to be. Used to be made at.
Yeah.
This Kalinsky Sable, Pro Art Series 2A, which is a designer, which is for illustration, which means the bristles are longer than that of a, regular brush. So you've got more reservoir for the paint. One of these, it's a Kalinsky, is about $275.
Really?
Well, it was when I last checked. So it might, it's going to be under the £5 mark. And these are really good. They're made in, where are they made? Up north somewhere, because the lady on the phone, she was always spoke. All right, Blue Gallery. I'm from up north.
Yeah, they don't have the in the center. It's like toot wardrobe, isn't it? Like, they don't have the word the. And all they go, there's no the.
They're going into house. I mean, my favourite was the 8404 and the Series S. And you can see they get a hell of a lot of use.
Yeah.
But the Pro Art 2A designer is really good for the money. Highly recommended detail brush.
What you could do for me, mate, is on Discord, just write down what those brushes are for me again, and I'll go and get
seconds,
that.
I've got a phone call.
Phone call. Hello?
Hello, this is Jan's kitchen. How can I help you?
Yeah. We're getting crotch cam now. He's left.
I was going to say, we've seen a bit too much that we need to there.
Yeah.
Some people might be into that.
Well, you could sell it.
Scale modelers only fans,
Yeah. Painting on the sprue. Do you ever run into an issue when the unpainted portions where the sprue nub is? Yeah. Just cut them. Once you painted them, just cut them after and then just use them and just finish them off, basically, innit? Yeah. Issues and tissues. Somebody asked me, what model is that? This is a Bearcat F8F in 1:48 scale by a company called Signum, but I think they've gone bust, and another company have retooled it. So, or not retooled it, have got the tool and new box in it. If you want, they're on eBay. This is it here, F8F2 Bearcat. That's the company there. Chematic and Go Mix. So knock yourselves out if you want that.
Sorry, Moz, what did you ask just now? I had a phone call. I got to shoot in a second, but I got time to answer your question.
Yeah, no, I see the time's getting on a bit. Yeah, no. What's your Discord? Just write down the make of those brushes again, and I'll get a set as well. You know, I'm due. It's my birthday in a few days, so I might get the missus to buy me some paintbrushes.
Okay. Well, I'll send a picture in the chat.
Yeah.
But they're good bang for buck. They last a pretty reasonable amount of time as well. I've had this about a year and a half.
Yeah, well, he's done all right there.
Yeah, I mean,
but you use that special stuff, don't you, for clean up with your brushes?
Yeah, that's about 15 quid, but it lasts you forever.
Yeah.
It takes out oil paint, lacquer. You know, it takes out all the hot stuff. Master's brush cleaner.
Yeah.
Really, really good. One-handed operation here.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I got.
It just dissolves the paint, then, does it?
Yeah, and it keeps. I'm trying to see if I got anything that's got some nasty on it. This brush here.
Yeah.
Mr. Metal Color Buffable Paint. You know that's pretty horrible anyway. It's a lacquer.
Yeah.
And after a while, once you started to work it out, a little bit of water. Warm water's better, but I haven't got that on the bench. Do you see the silver grey start coming off of it?
Yeah, I can see that now, yeah.
Doing it one-handed isn't ideal.
No, I can understand that.
So at the minute I'm rubbing it between my thumb and finger. You can't see that.
Yeah. Yes, we don't want to see that.
Some more stuff there.
No, that's for my OnlyFans, alright?
Yeah, that's the only fan.
And it's £149 a month. Under the bench.
Under the bench, yeah.
That's a good early fan's name.
For 149, I'd expect a happy ending, mate, obviously.
Yeah, mine. So as you can see, I mean, it's not great, but I've taken off most of the chunk of it. It's Stephen. It is such good stuff. I mean, it's taken dried oil off stuff, but this is like I said, trying to do it one-handed, but it takes off all the nasties. Yeah. And what I do after that is I warm brush application, warm water, swill it about, get all the crud off, rinse it off, and then I will go into the bathroom and get some hair conditioner once it's clean, and then leave it for 5 minutes soaking in hair conditioner to resort the bristles out. Yeah. And then rinse, and then you've got brushes that will last you forever.
Brilliant. What conditioner would you use?
Silicone free. It's got to be silicone free.
Could you not use that on parts? Say you've got a part and you've messed up the paintwork on it. Could you not use that on that cream stuff there on parts?
That would be an expensive way of doing it when alcohol's like $3.99 for a litre.
Yeah, okay.
Let's have a look.
Here we go. As you can rub it between your finger and your thumb, like, you know, like, rub it in. It's coming off, you know, isn't it? Is that coming off?
I don't know if it's the friction of my finger. Maybe I've got fingers like cat's tongues, you know. It's like just scraping it away.
Scrape it, yeah.
A bit of water.
Do you know what? It's like it's coming off.
I'm going to mention this, but I got quite an interesting kit as well. So I got this.
Have you got your thing on? You got an Echo?
Well, I got this PLZ P11 Polish fighter thing from ICM.
Oh yeah,
and it's tiny. Like the wings are twice the size of the fuselage, and that was didn't see that one coming.
Which one?
That's not.
P11?
Yeah, P11.
It's like it's a parasol wing Polish fighter. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's tiny. I mean, if I was to put it next to Corsair or something, it's only just reaches the wings.
Put it next to an F-14. Christ.
Yeah.
I don't have an F-14, but
no.
Not yet.
You got to build the engine on the haven't you? The engine with the big.
Yeah, but even so, the engine for everything done it. Even so, the engine's The engine's quite small for it as well. It's
It looks nice anyway.
yeah, it does. To be honest, that's the engine cowl in there. It's the smallest model plane I've ever bought. Like, I've got Gladiator here as well. It's smaller than that.
Nice.
I thought that'd be an interesting point to bring up because I've never seen.
Well, mate, so
never
I've
bought a plane that's small, to be honest.
got a split to pick up the other half. So I will see you guys later. It's been nice.
Yeah.
Nice speaking to you all.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for chatting, coming in and saying hello.
Yeah.
Putting up with all of us.
Yeah, really, honestly, I think if you wanted to get this, then we'll jump on your channel, mate. It'd be great as well. Just start jumping around on people's channels.
Yeah, sounds cool. But anyway, have a good evening, everybody, and I'll see you all later.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah,
do you just want to plug your new Facebook group?
Yes, me and Sully have started a group called Glue Sniffers. Come and join it. It's for promoting your stuff. It's for promoting other people's stuff. It's for sharing anything cool you find in the hobby and you want to share it, or you got a project. Come and share it. Post your stuff. Glue Sniffers. Sully will fill you in more later on, I'm sure. If you're still here.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. Well, take care, guys. All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, have a good mate.
Take care.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye. Model Minutes is off as well. I'm heading off to bed. Good night then, Model Minutes. See you soon, Matt. Have a good one.
Yeah, take it easy, mate.
Oh, all right, let's get back to the other. Which one? That one. There you go. So
I'm probably going to hop off about now as well. I've got things to do tomorrow.
I'm gonna. What time is it? It's been. I've got another 4 minutes to the apps up, and then we'll call it a live stream done.
Right.
So,
See you later, guys.
See you later, mate.
take it
Enjoy.
easy, mate.
Cheers. And then there was 2. How you getting on with your plane?
Yeah, not too bad. I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment, but it's getting there. It's just I'm doing a bit cag-heading, so I'm trying to block too much, and at the same time figure out what I'm doing.
So this plane has no inner inner cockpit detail, right?
At all.
Cocktail, inner cockpit detail or cocktail. We'll call it cocktail for now because it's easier. It's hard. There's no cocktail in here. The actual plane itself is actually looking really nice. See, Signum, they used to do all those figures and stuff, didn't they, back in the day?
To be honest with you, I can't recall the name. If I'm being totally honest.
Yeah. But on scale, mate.
For me.
Yeah, but on scale, mates. Share screen. That's the one, but it's not Signum. It's a completely different manufacturer, and the instructions are different. It's a basic instruction. There's only 6 steps.
Yeah.
But for 1:48 scale, it ain't too bad. Quite happy with that.
Oh, that's good. Is it cheap?
Yeah. I think it's about £11 plus postage, I think, from Poland.
That's pretty good, I think, actually. To be fair, that's quite a reasonable, £11 for the postage is probably about like £4, if that.
Yeah.
So that's decent. That is.
It is. I'll have to find it again on eBay. Yeah, it was cheap as chips, really. So I haven't. So I just was looking. I was looking for a 1:80, 82 scale, 172 scale, but all I could find was a 1:48, and this came up, and I thought, well, that's worth a punt for, no, actually, it was $9.99.
It's even better. Well, so it's probably £11 in total, then, was it?
Yeah, it says here. Signal.
That's good.
Yeah, $9.99. That is. Let's close that.
Because I wish I could remember the name of the company. There's a company I've got stuff off from Poland.
Yeah,
they're really reasonable, and their postage is pretty good as well. And they're ridiculously quick. Within about 3 or 4, I think I've ordered stuff and it's come within about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, so I don't think $9.99 is a bad price. No, If people else,
48 as well.
I'll just put it in the. If anybody else is interested, that is the one. I'll put it in the chat. That's it from eBay. There's one available at the moment, but
I'll have a look later.
yeah, that's the one. Share screen. There it is.
Yeah, because it'd be good for Airfix to start doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Rather than Spitfires.
I have a lot of sympathy after listening to them at the weekend. I have so much sympathy for them. You know, at the end of the day, Spitfires will sell, and if they didn't,
I get it. I get that. To be fair, I don't understand it because it's all that everybody goes on about. But
yeah, but what I'm saying is that name a modelling company that doesn't have a top of the range Spitfire in their range. I'll bring out Spitfires.
No, there isn't one. To be fair, no, I've got to admit they do put a lot of effort into them. I mean, they're at that 24 scale one.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd do it, but I would love to do it at the same time.
Yeah,
because the detail looks amazing on it.
It does. Yeah,
and if you're not, I'd like to see them do that in definitely 48th, and maybe if they can put it off in 72nd. Or like maybe obviously probably not. I don't think you get it as well detailed as that in 72nd. But
yeah,
you know, maybe just like a little bit more, because this is what I know they've got to do what they can do, but I'd love to see them do like more detailed stuff. I think I said it in the video before. I did. I think it was that one I did about Airfix and Edard.
Yeah,
I think I said in that. I don't know. I've done consider how long they've been going for. I mean, I didn't realise they've been going since 1938.
Who, Airfix?
I know they've been going for a while. Yeah, I know they've been going for a while, but I didn't realise it was 38.
Well, they were the ones who created the model company. You know, the idea. You know, they built that Ferguson T20, and that was the end of it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then they blew up. But the problem is that Airfix isn't Airfix of yesteryear. You got to remember that what you see of Airfix now is not original Airfix. You see what I mean? It's owned out. It's not like independently owned. You know, it's like, you know, it's owned by the Hornby Hobbies.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
No, okay, I get it. I do get it. I just like to see them bring out like a. Well, I'm going to say like a more complicated range.
Yeah.
You know, not the loads. Not saying like bring out like an ridiculous amount of models, but like do like I don't know, like 5 or 6 or something.
I believe Airfix bring out more models a year. I think Airfix have brought out more models this year than any other manufacturer, apart from Mini Art. But that's they're just rocking it, aren't they? Mini Art, Crumbs.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of the stuff they're bringing out is like.
ICM, they seem to be knocking out quite a bit at the moment, and there's a few in there that I really want to do with theirs actually.
Yeah.
The Mistel, I think I shared that in the group. I think the Mistel.
You did actually, yeah.
Yeah, with the 109 on top. I would love to do that. Absolutely love to do that because at work we've got a Fucker Wolf that was part of a Mistel. It was captured with the whole thing. The fighter's the only bit that's actually survived.
Really?
The 88. They used that for the fire service to use to train putting out fires, but the fighter survived. I think I'm right in saying that it's the only Fucker Wolf original that survives. That was part of a Mistel project.
Wow.
As far as I'm aware, I could be completely wrong. There may be like 1 or 2 others, but as far as I'm aware, that's the only one. To be honest, I'm not sure actually how many are left that are actually original. There's a few in the US. There's been the rebuilds or brand new sort of models, brand new aircraft.
Yeah, fair enough. I did enjoy Duxford, seeing all the planes, but I was more intrigued at the kit there that isn't built. Like they've got a Spitfire there. They're in the process of rebuilding. I can't remember which one it was now. I think it was a Mark 9.
I don't know what the model was.
I think they're in the process of rebuilding it or something. It's in there. It's in
Yeah.
their Spitfire display, and also they've got that German prisoner of war plane, the one that came over to broker peace and ended up crashing. It's a Messerschmitt 110, I think it is.
Oh right, oh, I didn't realise that.
It's in my video. It's in the fuselage, the back end of it. It crashed in a field in Scotland, and they've got it in their museum, at Duxford. I thought it was quite interesting.
It's been that long since I've been. They've got some absolutely amazing stuff over there.
Yeah. Well, when you go into that Airspace One, and you just as you walk past, and then it just opens up to you, how they've got all those planes in there.
I remember that hangar. I remember that hangar before they rebuilt what it is now, and I think the original hangar was about half the size of that. It's absolutely massive. What they've knocked it out to be now is really impressive.
Did they put the planes in, then build the hangar on top? Then did they?
No, they I think they shifted most of them outside, or they fitted what they could into other hangars. Because I know when they were doing the work on the American hangar, they shifted nearly all of that stuff out.
Right.
Well, I say nearly, that's not strictly true. It was all the really big stuff, so like the B-24, obviously the B-52, the B-29. They ended up sitting outside for a while because they readjusted the hangar. Redisplayed it like, and everything else went into some of the other hangars where if they got the space for it. Because a lot of that collection there actually isn't theirs. I think is it 2 hangars? I can't remember if it's 2 hangars, but the one hangar it's for definite. Which the one that they're doing all the work, they do a lot of the rebuild work and stuff, and the maintenance. Most of that
that's two. That is.
Yeah, that's it. That's the old. I think it's the old flying machine company.
Yeah, that's right. No, this the aircraft restoration company.
That's the one. That's the one. And
they've got that. They've got what's it called in there? One of those flying fortresses, the B-17 in there as well at the moment, doing up. In one side, it's got Memphis Belle.
That again that's privately owned.
Yeah, well, they're all privately owned, aren't they? A lot of them.
Well, a large chunk of it is. Like the restoration hangar, Memphis Belle. It's actually Sally B, the one with Memphis Belle on. The Catalina. And next to their aerospace hangar, on the other side of that fence, there's another privately owned hangar there, which I think that's the old flying machines company or something similar to that.
Yeah.
That B-17 is the one that they actually use for all the flying scenes in the film Memphis Belle.
I didn't.
That's why that's it's the wrong. The one that they've got is the wrong version.
Oh, I see. Okay.
G. I think Memphis Belle was in F. I think, and it
that
hasn't got that.
D, yeah.
Yeah, the I think it's the F. It hasn't got that chin turret.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they modified. They modified it for the film somehow. I'm not sure how they did it.
But I said there was a Bearcat at Duxford, but I couldn't get close to it because it was like it was under a little. I put it on my phone here, right in the corner there, and I wanted to get some close-up pictures.
Yeah, there's a problem sometimes. There's stuff stored right at the back end somewhere.
It's such a shame.
When I went last time I went, they had Hispano 109, which I really wanted to get close to.
Yeah,
because I love me 109s.
Yeah, so I went over there just to have a really good gander at it, and I thought, I can't get too close. It was such a shame.
It's the problem with sometimes, We're the same problem because we've got at our place we've got the Cold War hangar, and that's horrific. It's a great build. It's got some great stuff in it, but it's horrific to be able to look at stuff properly in there sometimes, especially the 3V bombers. You can't see that.
I might be able to see it. There's the picture of the Bearcat. You see that?
Oh yeah. I've seen that one flying.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite surprisingly quiet engine for the size of the thing.
Well, it was the fastest cat ever made, wasn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the other one there. That's the other sideline. But it had a big tarpaulin on it. And I was going to say,
Yeah.
look, I've come all the way up here. Do you mind if I thought, I can't be asked because he would just say no. Then I'll get all
To be-
embarrassed and upset. No.
It's
You
always
know,
worth, to be honest with you, it's worth asking because I've done it. We went on a little school trip there the once,
Yeah.
and there was a group of about 5 or 6 of us at the time, and one of them disappeared, and he was having a look at something, and he was on the other side of the barrier looking at his bloody Spitfire.
Yeah.
So I'd have to ask the bloke. He says, "We're all together. Can we come over and have a group photo next to it?" He's like,
Yeah.
So sometimes they're all right, you know, but you do get the odd ones that are a bit about it. But yeah, it's always worth trying. It's always worth asking. Like, this is the worst
Yeah,
thing you can
I
say.
should have done really, but I was just feeling a little bit, you know. So it's matte black. Ever heard of Pactra Enamel? Oh, they got the Humble range. That's good. So 64, 33, 34, 53, and 11. That's all in that one, is it? So we've got to do 54, which is gunmetal. 54 and 46, which is the black, isn't it? 46. Yeah, matte black. So it's gunmetal and matte black, is it? That's easy enough to do. So I'll get the gunmetal out tomorrow. I'll spray this up gunmetal, which will be nice. I'll spray up the engine. Nice bit of detail on the engine as well. You know, it's not a bad kit, to be honest. Just we'll have a go with it and.
So I'm watching Arthur's on my bloody watch screen, so it's a couple of seconds behind because I can't see my phone
Right,
properly.
no worries.
The light's clearing off it. I've got it at a dodgy angle.
Yeah, that's right.
That's decent, to be fair.
I think for a tenner, I think I've got a nice little kit there too.
I think you've done really well out of that, to be fair.
I'm still waiting for my blue to come. I've got a special blue to go on me Lightning. It hasn't arrived
Blue?
yet. Yeah, I need a blue for me Lightning.
Oh, blue? Sorry, I had glue then.
I'm doing it. The score. Oh, it's got a bit of a dump patch. Oh.
I'm still waiting on 2 sets of seatbelts to be turned off for my Defiant and Blenheim. Been waiting for the ages for them. I'll give them till tomorrow. I think I'll have to get in touch with them.
Do you use Humber paints?
No. Everything I've got's Tamiya.
Yeah.
Tamiya. Somebody. I've got a load of AK and MiG stuff, but I tend to, especially for airbrushing, I tend to stick with Tamiya because I like how they go down better. Because I think I said to you before, I don't know if it was on, it might have been, I think it was your first live stream, I think.
Yeah.
I tend to find that the other stuff like AK and all that, they all tend to just gunk up.
Yeah.
Just play the backside to get through the airbrushes. Where Tamiya, pretty much nearly like 90% of the time, I have no issues with them. Though I did have a bit of issue with the white the other day, get them spitting chunks out at me.
Yeah.
But I do use the others mainly for I use it for hand-brush painting mostly.
That's fair enough. I'll give that a going over. So just waiting for the blue to come along here, and I've got a nice sea grey to go along here as well, and then I can start putting some what's it called on it, some varnish on it, and then I'll be on my way then to putting the decals on.
Nice.
Be good.
Keep me to do a lot. It's not really one of my favourites. It's not really one of my favourites, but I do quite like I hate the silver ones. Don't like it in silver.
Yeah.
But I do like it in like the hemp grey colours.
Yeah.
Or even the camel one's quite nice.
Have you seen the one up in Score then?
No.
Yeah.
The only two or three I've seen is the one at Cosford Hendon and
quite pleased with that.
Duxford.
Yeah. No, I'll be. I want to do something under the score sort of look to it, like, you know. So it's going to be quite weathered. because it's parked outside. But I think what I was told was that's the one that was used when they had the competition against Concorde and the MiG and the F-14.
Oh, right.
So yeah, that's my. But I mean to get onto it. Say it's. I've taken my time on this one because the cockpit's all done and everything inside. I'm just thinking, I need to fill that in. Actually, that could really come up bad. But yeah. I don't really, I say I'm not a perfect modeler. I don't, with James, it's just phenomenal stuff he does.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
That was it the AT-AT? No, what's the one with the legs? Star Wars.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I don't really do Star Wars, but I think that's what it's called. Yeah, did a really, really nice job on that one.
My Grail kits are almost too numerous for this, but the old Revel P-70 Night Fighter, crumbs. They're the one that's like megabucks on eBay. There's a few kits on it. This is what I like about vintage classics because, like I said, in my catalogue video when I had that rant about it, I was dead serious. I've seen a hovercraft go for 160 quid on eBay, 150 quid, and you're going to get crap decals in the kit. You know what I mean? You're going to get not so good instructions, but when they bring them out as a vintage classic, it basically will. It's almost like a new kit. You get fresh decals, nothing.
Right.
So yeah, it's.
So is it? Because I've not done one of their vintage ones. I do think about it because I've seen a couple. I keep thinking about it. But is it the kit's obviously just an old mold, but everything else is new? Is it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. They I think they do a bit of a repair job on them.
Yeah.
And you do get a bit more flash. But what is flash? Do you know what I mean?
Nothing. That comes off.
I know people say, "Oh, it's not."
Do you know what? I actually like removing flash.
Yeah.
It's quite a it's called like a kind of like a therapeutical type sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind flash. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just when you get those stupid. The one thing I do that really does wind me up about Airfix is some of the gate positions and how thick some of them are, especially on small parts.
Yeah.
It just really winds me up. What was it? I think it was on that. I think it was on the Defiance when I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Christ, some of the like the like pitot tube and the control column, a nice little thin bit, and there's this fat, chunk of sprue gating on there. Yeah. And you've got to try and cut it off and then try and clean it without snapping the part, which is usually inevitable. Yeah.
It is one of them, mate. But what do? You just got to carry on with it, haven't you? It's
yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Dan. So I'm off reading this now. I forgot there is the two lightnings at Coventry. I forgot about those two. One's the silver one that they've got there is a Saudi one.
We sold a lot. We sold a lot of them. It's like you're looking at TSR2, and you can thank Lord Mountbatten that never went to the service. He was horrible, man. He really was horrible. Don't like Mr. Mountbatten. I've been watching The Crown, and I just think he's such a devious man.
No, it's a shame really because the TSR2 would have been an epic bit of kit. It's not my my area is more like the old school stuff, but obviously we work and stuff. I do pick up bits, but that TSR2 would have been an epic bit of kit if that had been able to go into proper production and get out there. It just it amazes me that they managed to hide 2 full airframes. I don't know how they did it because it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And because of course everything else got destroyed, all the paperwork, well, the plans and the jigs and everything. But they somehow managed to hide 2 aircraft.
Well, if you do a lightning, Sully, I'll send you one of these special woven patches.
Do what? Sorry.
If you do a lightning, I'll send you one of these lightning challenge patches.
Oh, nice one.
I was gonna. Yeah. So basically, anybody does a lightning, if they send me a picture, I'll send them one of these free of charge with a sticker.
Oh, nice one.
That's what I've been. I was going to do a challenge on them, and then nobody really signed up to it, and I thought, well,
sods.
But I've got designs for a Spitfire, a Lightning, a the Mozzie, the Mosquito.
Yeah.
You know, so and I was going to do challenges, and every month you could get like you could be like a Boy Scout and collect your badges. Like you've built a lightning, you've built, you know what I mean. So
That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea.
yeah. So but I've got all the designs for them. I just never got them printed. But I've got a friend who does me woven patches for me. So
That's nice.
but
I've
yeah,
got the Spitfire one though.
yeah. Kind of, this was the worst plane. I brush painted this plane, right? Back in the day, and I remember doing the decal. This is the worst decals ever to fit on a plane. These are. It was. I got them perfect. I got them perfect in the end, but this was the worst one. Could I get the bugger to go flat at the time? Look how perfect I got it right at the edge there. Look how perfect that is, right at the edge, just there. Right.
See, for me, it looks fine.
Yeah, it hasn't quite gone down.
Around the wall wells, though.
I would have cut them. Yeah, I should have trimmed it a bit more, really. But and just because you had to slit there, did they come slit, or you had to cut out the slits?
You probably knowing them, you'd have probably had to cut them.
Yeah,
because Airfix tend to do a solid decal, don't they? They don't.
Yeah.
I think the only time you tend to get cut decals, you'll probably get it on that. Well, you will get it on that. Oh, what's it called? The Buccaneer. Yeah. Because the way the registration is on the underwing.
Yeah.
It goes across the the doors. So you'll have it on that, but I think generally Airfix try to do a solid decal if they can.
Yeah, that's it.
But I got a bit that again. I'll give credit where it's credit's due. Their decals are really, really good. They go down pretty well. They tend to conform to pretty much most of the model, unless it's stuff. Somewhat the area where I have the most problem with decals, and it's on fucking Spitfires, is the outer gun bay door. You've got that little. You've got that little hump. I think it's it's one of them anyway. I think it's the outer one. You've got that little sort of hump, and I can never get them to go flat on them. Even if I pierce like a little hole in there to get the air out, I just can never seem to get them flat around that. That's the only one I struggle with.
Well, I think I better head on, mate. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, no. That's pretty good. Good.
Yeah,
nice.
So if you want to, I said tell to boy, if you want to jump on your own channel one night, and by the way, I will link your channel in the description down here.
Cool beans.
And
definitely
mention your Facebook group.
So we got the glue sniffers, which it's a Facebook group the same as pretty much any other group that you'll join. You share your work. Put work in progresses, ask for some help, or anything like that. Your normal sort of stuff. But what we really, really want to do is, because a lot of groups seem to be really funny about sort of self-promotion stuff. Not all of them, but the majority of them, for some reason, have this thing about self-promotion. I'm not quite sure why, but that's what we really want to do. Because obviously, conversations that we've had in our little Discord about trying to get yourself out there a bit. A lot of these groups don't like that for some reason. So we're trying to push out for, to share your Facebook groups, Instagram, blogs, vlogs, or whatever, as well as companies. We've got a couple on there now, actually. Some of them I was really surprised that have joined. We've got Res Kits, Green Stuff, even Mig, the owner from Ammo, has actually come over. He's not posted anything on that, but he's joined with us, which I'm really surprised about. It'd be nice if Airfix come over as well. I know I do have a bit of a go about them, but it would be nice to have them over there as well. But just want people to share their stuff and get themselves out there, and just literally share the love. Whether it's a small, big company, same with YouTube channels, big or small, whatever. Just come over and post your stuff, share it. That's what we want to do, and we just want people to help them get themselves out there. I mean, we're a small group at the moment. I think we're at 191 or something. I last looked, but
As I said, I set up the Scale Model Club exactly the same as you, mate.
Yes,
to get stuff out there, and I think there's about 1,000 people on it now, so
Nice.
which is good.
Get them
But
over
it
our side.
just needs some engagement, really. Get people engaged on there.
That's the
hardest
problem.
thing. Yeah, it's like with Discord groups. So we've got a Discord group for the called the Scale Model Club as well. Very rarely gets visited by people. You know, there's quite a few people on there. People rarely put stuff on, and I think about the times when I've gone to groups and basically they're ripping people to bits. Oh, you've done this wrong. I've done that.
I
wrong.
don't get that. Do you know what? That really winds me up. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of people, particularly stuff that are new in the hobby, or relatively new in the hobby, and they've knocked a model out. It's probably their first or third one that they've done, or whatever. And okay, it may not be like, you know, award-winning stuff, but they've had fun doing it. They're proud of it. And they've had the gonads to post it on the worst social media possible, which is Facebook.
Right.
Because the people on there are so toxic.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. And I'm just like, why?
That's
you know, I mean, you've got to have, you know, so there's a lot of those people that are new to the hobby or they haven't done it for long, but they're proud of what they've done and they've posted it. And you've got some Burke slating, oh, you've done this wrong or you've done that wrong. So what? As long as they've enjoyed it, I'd always advocate for this. As long as you enjoy it, that is the most important thing.
Exactly.
That's the entire thing. I mean, I'm particularly anal about getting things as accurate as possible, with particularly weathering, because that's what I want to do. That's what I enjoy doing, and that's me. But where somebody else would want to just have a nice, clean model, and that's fine. I don't like that, but you know, they've enjoyed it and they're happy with what they've done, and that's the important thing.
That's end of the matter for me, mate. As I said, I'm a lazy modeler. You know, I'm no Plasmo. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, do you know what? Just going off a tangent with him. Me and a couple of the lads at work. Every time we see the notification for his channel, our stomachs just drop, and we're like, just quit now, because you know, because you watch it, you know, as much as you love it, you're thinking, oh, I'm just rubbish at this.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it cares, because at the end of the day, you know, we're not. It's like I wish I remembered the video where the Interesting Modelling Company were talking about this famous model builder, and he went around the world. He scratch built this amazing railway tank, German railway, not tank, but gun, I think it was. And they were saying, it goes, and if you actually got in and had if you got up close to that model, it looked shit. But because you saw it,
I think I know which one you mean.
Pardon?
I think I know which one you mean now.
But if you saw it 6 foot away, it looked the bollocks. You know, and you know, and I do feel that we've come to a point in modelling where I think people watch these modelers on YouTube that are really, really good, and they go. Some people get a little bit put off by it, thinking, "Oh, I never get that good." And you've got to remember, and a lot of these modelers, I think if they weren't doing models, they'll be painting paintings. Do you know what I mean? They would be doing stuff on canvas. You've got to have an eye for it. And as I said, I've got the weathering, so I don't use a lot of weathering. But yeah, as I said, I was. It's, you know, it's your kit. You do what you want with it. You know, you can just do what you think is right. And if it looks crap, or you think it looks crap, I promise you show me a model and I'll tell you it's wonderful, because it's your own work, and that's it. You know? And
the other thing is to remember in that as well is that the next time when you, like you says, you look at it thinking, oh, it's a bit crap. You look at it and go, okay, well, that I'm not happy with that. That didn't turn out very well. This, that, and the other. The next time you make a model, it will be better.
Yeah, that's right.
Whether you still think it's crap, it will be better than the last model you've made. And I'm the same, because I did a 24 scale, what was it, Mosquito, the Airfix one. I was really, really happy with it. I was really happy with the details on that. And then the next model I did, blew it out of the water, and I was like, oh God, I wish I'd done that in the Mosquito. particularly the fact that is on display at Cosford as well.
Yeah.
So every time I look at it and going, oh, do you know what? If I'd have done it the other way around, do you know what I mean? I'd have been happier. Yeah. But that's the way it works.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, some people, I mean, it's just the good old rivet counters. I mean, I just don't understand it. I will look at stuff. I've looked at stuff and gone, well, that's wrong. But
Yeah.
I've left it unless they've said, unless somebody stated, like on Facebook in particular, if they said, you know, tell me what I've done wrong here or what's not right with that, then I may say something, but in a constructive way that's going to help them for next time. You know,
Yeah.
because I'd ask, going back to that mosquito, because like you said, there's this like the standard, there's this standard of modelling that people seem to think that they have to abide to, and they don't. Because I'd asked about the good old invasion stripes for
Yeah.
that mosquito, and I know for a fact, because it's relatively common knowledge that they were painted within 24 hours, 48 hours with a yard brush and some really crummy paint that didn't even stick to anything. And I'd asked if, you know, does anybody know how in a scale to make it look like it was hand painted? Because, and I put the whole thing I've just said, so I know how it was done originally, but does anybody know of a good way of, you know, reproducing it? And the amount of comments that got put on saying, oh, you know, they were done this way. I was like, I know that. I told you that when I said, you know, I know that they're only get painted badly with a yard brush, but how do you do it? One bloke actually did tell me the answer for that, which was basically hand paint it first and then give it a light coating with an airbrush. I was like, that's all I need to know. That's all I wanted to know, because I wanted it to be accurate, but that doesn't mean that somebody else that's seen me do that going, oh, it has to be accurate, because like I says, the common standard of modelling, particularly with invasion stripes, they have to be perfect and solid, bright colours. You know,
And
that's
also,
not the case. But that's,
like you said, and they were never uniform, were they? They could be a brush and a half and a brush on the next one, like, you know. So
exactly. I think the only ones that were actually ever done properly were a lot like it was like what I call the half invasion, which is like the underwing and the half of the fuselage. I think they may have been doing properly. I think the Americans did do them properly because, of course, they weren't being bombed every 5 minutes. They got the, you know, they weren't being hindered to do it, so they could do it properly. But we didn't have that option, you know. So, but yeah, it's
who cares?
exactly.
Just
You've
quickly,
enjoyed it.
yeah. Just quickly, Fab Consoles Gaming did ask, what kids did you pre-order? I think he meant kits, and he has actually put kits down as well. I've ordered all the new tooling. I've ordered all the new tooling, basically. I've ordered the Avro, I've had the Buccaneer, the Spitfire 124, and the other one that they did. What was the other one? There's four of them in there. There was four. The starter sets I've got. The Jeep, I've ordered a quick build Jeep. I've got
nice.
I've got the reintroduction on the vintage classics, like the Beaver, the Boomerang, you know, all the planes basically, the Bassett, sorry. So I've got all them. And what else did I order? I think I ordered one of these 72nd scale tanks, 76 scale tanks. But yeah, my bill was about 400 quid on the pre-order side.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But you know, but then again, you know, I'm trying to actually I'm just trying to sign up because my Airfix club runs out this month, because I always buy it after my birthday, and it runs out, and I just want to do it on the website, and they haven't opened it up yet for newbies yet. So on there.
Never been part of the Airfix club.
It's always worth it. You know what you spend. There's 25 quid, you get a free model, right? You get 10% off the Airfix website, which also means that you'll get a 20% off a free delivery day as well a week. So, and if you spend 400 quid, you're definitely going to get 40 quid back, and you're going to get all your free carriage as well. So, you know, because free carriage. So,
that's good.
Moz has got the monies, but actually I haven't, because all I do is I just reinvest the money I make on YouTube back into buying more kits, so I can then do more unboxings and reviews, like, you know. So
problem is though, you got that loft full.
Pardon?
You've got that loft full is the problem.
I know. I should sell them, really.
I want to go back.
Matt this, but don't tell Matt that for my birthday I've received. I'm going to be receiving a starter set. I'm getting the Volkswagen Beetle as a starter set.
Oh, nice. Do you know what I want to do with Beetle?
Yeah, so I
They're
might
not
do
cheap.
that. I
They're
might
not
do
gonna
that for the starter set challenge. I will have to ring him in.
Bus, sorry, it's the Volkswagen Bus I want to do.
The bus is lovely. The Rev will do a
I
good
love
bus.
the bus. Yes,
Yeah.
I've looked at that. God knows how many times. I keep wanting to.
You know, 60
to
quid. It's
go
not
for it.
cheap, is it?
Not really. No, it is 24 scale though. But I mean, it's not a lot. Yeah, there's not a lot. I don't think there's a lot of kit there for that much money though. At the same
Right.
time, so I might try and find a cheaper one on eBay or
Yeah.
something. I want to go back to because I saw it come up and I forgot to what's it. Is it Orbital Air?
Yeah.
Was it him that said something about? Was it him? Said something about Plasmo being a great. I've lost it now. Plasmo being a great modeler and that.
Yeah.
But it's something he looks to as like an inspiration. I've lost the comment now.
Yeah. I'm just looking back
Which
now,
is
yeah.
which is great because I'm like that with what's his name, Night Shift.
Yes.
Do you know
Uncle
what I mean?
Night Shift.
There's nothing wrong with looking at these modelers and at the same time going, oh, that's what I want to aspire to do, to be like. Because Plasma, Night Shift is the modeler I want to be,
Yeah.
and I know it's going to take me to. It's literally all time and practice. That's all it is. Like I says, every time you do a model, the next one will be better because you've learned from
Yeah.
what you've done previously.
Yeah.
And,
But I wish I could spend 8 hours on the bench, but I've got to
yeah.
work as well. Like
That's the problem, isn't it? I mean, I do hope to do in the future. I do hope to do my channel as a full-time thing, but
Yeah.
I know it's going to take some time. I know that, and I know in the group I moan about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
that was the quote there. Orbital Air. Plasmo is the master. He is the goal. I
that's
will
the one.
never get there, but I'll try. In the early 1980s, it was Shep Payne. That's it, Shep
That's
Payne.
the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's great to follow somebody to sort of aspire to. There's nothing wrong with that, and you can learn stuff. I've actually learned quite a lot from Night Shift, considering I don't really do armor, but a lot of the techniques he uses transfers over to pretty much
Yeah.
anything else.
It
A
does.
lot of my chipping, which I love doing, I've gotten better at it through watching his videos.
Have you?
I tell you what, Friday night, I love Fridays because his videos come out on Friday night.
Yeah.
When you used to look forward to a TV show or something coming out,
Yeah.
like Thunderbirds or something back in the day. That's him. He's that for me. Fridays. Oh, it's Friday. I thought it's Friday then, but it's Friday just gone. It's like Friday. Plasmo's coming out. Plasmo. What am I saying? Plasmo. Night Shift. His videos out tonight. I can't wait. Though, mind you, I do look forward to Plasmos, even though I know I'm going to be a little bit depressed by the time I finish watching it.
Yeah.
But it's always good to have something to look up to. But just work at your pace and what works for you. Just take from what you're watching, take from that what you can, and work at it until you get to the level that you're happy with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But don't think that's who you have to be. Like I said, we both said, obviously, as long as you enjoy it at the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm
So
just going down to the FX Club because somebody said I've just joined it, but no, because that's the old one, the Nagajima B50N2K scale one. That's the old one.
so even I know that's an old one.
Yeah, and yeah,
Nice kit that was.
I've got the calendar, 2022 calendar, because it's what you get, but you can't sign up to it because I've tried signing in, so I'm just waiting for the new kit to come because I've already got that one. I think it was I've got the other one as well. I've got the two Hawks. That was the latest one, wasn't it? So
yes,
I'm waiting for the new So it does say on the top to brace yourself for the where's it to? Is it at the bottom? Sorry. Braced for impact. The Air 22 Club is about to land, so I'm just waiting for the new one to come, which will be the new kit. So, which will be interesting. Here you go. Look at this one. Night Shift is a very technical painter. He sure knows a lot about layering paint for all sorts of effects on models. He's another great resource. Exactly, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of what I've learned, particularly in the last 3 years, because I didn't actually realise until I watched him on, I think it was the Plastic Posse webcast. I think it was him or somebody else's. I've actually watched him since he started, and I didn't realise it. But everything I've learned in the last 3 years, or I've done in the last 3 years, has mainly been from him.
Yeah.
Because he does it in such a really good and easy, friendly, fun way of doing it. And I kind of aspire to do my videos similar to him, because I think my videos are lacking in something, and I don't know what it is at the moment. But there's something I feel like I need to do, because I don't think I think I do all right, but I still think I don't know. I don't present it. I could do presenting it better or something.
Yeah.
Because I do find I did realise in the last 4 videos that I've uploaded, I tend to seem to say the same things.
Yeah.
But again, most of the kids have done. Yeah, most of the kids have done kids. I'm doing kids now. No, I'm not doing kids. Start again. Blimey, Nick.
Yeah.
A lot of the kits I've done recently have been Edard, again, mainly because of that commission, because he'd got the kits. But they don't give you anything to criticise.
That's it. No.
They just fit so perfectly, and that's all I keep saying. And I'm like, I need to come up with something different.
We call you what you can, mate. As I said,
I'll get there eventually. I'll find out what it is, and I'll address that.
Yeah, do it, mate. Anyway, well, thanks for coming on tonight, mate. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for hosting. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
good.
As I said, I think we should do each other's. Like, there's Model Minutes, there's Modelling Weekly, there's yourselves, there's LPJ. And I'm just trying to share the wealth. And if any of you are watching, if you could just nip over and subscribe to Sully, just make sure you watch 2 or 3 of his videos, because the fake engagement policy on YouTube, I know people say it doesn't exist, but it does. If you don't watch a couple of his videos, and when he does do a few, actually watch them as well, you will lose that subscription, and it does hurt the analytics. So, but thanks anyway, mate, for joining in. Thanks to LPJ Models and Hamish for jumping in as well. Good luck with your Facebook group. As I said, I've got my ideology between the 2 of them, So, but yeah, any videos coming up? You got any videos coming up?
No, I've got 4. I've got 4 on the back burner. That'll start rolling out the first Friday of next month. I haven't decided which one it might be. It actually might be my starter kit, which is more of a review.
Yeah.
It's either a toss up between that one or that that random model I made up from Hellcat.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's a thing, I enjoy building it, because it just a load of spare parts that got kicking around. Just slapped it on something, and something came out of it.
That's good.
But I don't think it's going to do very well, because it's one of those. I don't even know how to tag the video for that one, because it's nothing really. But yeah, I got that. I got P51 Mustang, and I haven't shared it in the group yet, because I wanted the company to see it first. It took them 3 days to get back to me on it. But those chrome pens, marker pens.
The Motolo thing, sort of. Is it Motolo pens?
No, they're from Marker Zone. That's can we see that? I don't know where you can see that. They're just called chrome pens. They've got Bright Thumb on there, but the company that sent it is Marker Zone.
Okay.
They're really, really good. Hang on, just very quickly.
Yeah. The wife is giving me that upstairs, come on, it's bedtime.
I know. Let's get that one out of the way, and that's with their marker pens.
That's the marker. I'll just put you up on a minute. Hang on.
Well, I actually didn't use the marker. I actually broke one down and airbrushed it.
Wow! And look at the finish.
I know. I was so surprised, because they actually wanted me to kind of sort of forcefully say they were really good, but in fact they are absolutely awesome. And I kind of
sprayed the wings and the fuselage with just that set with that paint.
Yeah, just that paint. Yeah.
Wow! Do you thin it down or anything?
No, straight out the airbrush. straight. I mean, the finish is only a bit crap because my base coating was crap.
Right.
Because of course
What
you
do
need
you
to put
use,
a gloss.
Mr. Servicer?
No. Do you know what? I don't own any of that yet. I just used Vallejo. I think it was a Vallejo.
I'm
But then I
surprised
sprayed it with. It was that was the problem. It was the gloss.
I was
black
enamel, was
from-
it?
Yeah, that was where the problem was.
So you had
Um,
enamel. So it's an enamel base paint, is it? This.
It's a gloss. The Tamiya was a gloss black, enamel gloss
Yeah.
black, and I think this is basically. I think it must be acrylic because it washes out with acrylic thinners.
Right. Okay.
In fact, it actually sits on top of the cleaner, to be honest. So it makes clean up really good. But yeah, and I did catch it with my glove there, so it's not overly brilliant, but at the same time, I mean, this was only for testing, but it just come out, really, really well, and I was so surprised at it.
That's brilliant. What was so yeah? What metal paint is that again? What's the name of the company?
Marker Zone is where I got them from. That was sent them. But that's the.
So you broke open the nib and then just poured the paint straight into your airbrush.
Yeah, so I think that part of the cap comes off.
Wow.
But it works the same. It works the same as a marker pen, like you just dot it down and just scribble on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it works. I'm plugging it already now, but it works on anything and everything.
Wow.
But you do need to put a gloss coat down for a gloss black coat first for it to really pop. I mean, you can without, but it really pops with a gloss black.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you have got to be careful with it when it first goes down. But after that, it's quite.
Would you powder coat first and then go over it again? Did you?
No, I think I just put one heavy coat on.
Right. Okay.
If I remember rightly. Unfortunately, I'd hoped it buffed, but it doesn't buff. I tried it on a test piece and it didn't buff. I was a bit gutted, but
you don't need to buff it. That's basically true material, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean that was literally all that is straight from the airbrush, and that's it. I didn't do anything else to it. But it don't like decal solution on it.
No, I bet
so just I'll just put the decals down as normal, just tap water. But I did put some micro.
I suppose you'd get much silver in with a gloss finish like that anyway, would you?
Not really, no. Because I did cut these decals off on the starter set, and you can't. I had to cut.
So you got the Mark 5C starter set, and just sprayed it with that marker pen. That's amazing.
Yeah. I was really surprised actually. I saw someone do it with the Molotov. Is it Molotov? I've got one of those.
Yeah, Molotov. Yeah, that's what I thought you were on about. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is, to be fair, it's the same thing. I think, in all honesty. But admittedly, I think the Molotov one, I think you can actually pick up cheaper. To be fair.
Yeah.
But I know I haven't tried it because I only bought the one. But that's amazing, and I've still got quite a bit of paint left out from it. So I've got that much. I think it was probably about there, probably another half of that, if that.
Wow.
So I've still got quite a bit left out of that, and it's going to be great for wing mirrors.
I was just about to say that will look good on the inside of the headlights when you do the starter set Jaguar car.
Yeah, definitely. I think. Did I use it? I don't know if I used it in something. No, I did use it on that random model, that blackjack thing I made. I used the rear view mirror for that, and actually that just went black, and it actually come out quite nice on there as well.
Yeah.
But,
well, mate, I better go. Nice talking to you.
Sorry. Yeah.
John, just be safe while you're clearing that snow away from your parent-in-law's driveway, because they can't do it themselves. You just take care, and thank everyone for joining me in the chat tonight, and happy modelling for the future. Cheers all.
Yeah.
Thank you very
much, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.